Red Dead Redemption 2, the most expansive and groundbreaking game of its kind. Everyone knows how amazing this game is, even people who have never played it before. Every aspect of Red Dead Redemption 2 has been carefully planned, every detail painstakingly created, all for what comes together as the most immersive open world game ever made. This video took a lot of work, so if you enjoyed it, please be sure to leave a like. Let's try to hit 200. And oh, if you're new around here, definitely be sure to subscribe. In this video, we're gonna dive into the world building of Red Dead Redemption 2 by ranking every settlement from worst to best. So go grab your popcorn and your grape crush, and let's start with last place. Coming in last place, we have Emerald Ranch. What most people don't know about Emerald Ranch is that there's actually a saloon and a general store. Now, unfortunately, they are both abandoned, but I mean, it's still some cool lore. Actually, in the abandoned saloon, you can find hints like blood and bullet holes, which reference a shootout from 1898 that killed a ranch hand, which caused it to close. Practically, Emerald Ranch is basically useless in the actual game, however, unless you steal the livestock, which is actually surprisingly easy to do, as the workers just don't really care. I do like the vibe going on, however, and just because it's in last place doesn't mean it's a bad spot. It more so just shows how amazing this game is, and at the end of the day, something had to be last. Barely avoiding the top 10, we have Aguasdulces at 11. I might be saying that wrong, but it's close enough, okay? Aguasdulces is the only settlement located in Guarma, making it very special for that reason alone. Aesthetically, it's beautiful. It has a broken old tower, a sugar factory, a small town, and the estate of Alberto Fursar, or whatever, the main antagonist during the Guarma chapter. Unfortunately, the town is quite bare bones and there are no amenities like a general store or a saloon, which is kind of boring. This is the main reason it's as low as it is, but it serves its purpose extremely well and is the main reason that Guarma feels as immersive as it is. So it definitely deserves props for that. Coming in 10th place, we have Lagras. Now, Lagras is a very small settlement in the swamplands just north of Saint Denis, and it's a very unique place to visit in Red Dead 2. Lagras has a very different vibe going on from the rest of the game, and it's one that a lot of players really resonate with and enjoy, as it seems to have a good reputation amongst players. This makes it one of the more underrated locations in the game. As for amenities, Lagras only actually has one. However, it is unique to Lagras and can't be found anywhere else. This location is the bait and tackle shop, where you can find all things fishing and more. Lagras also has multiple hidden secrets for you to find, making it a must-visit place in Red Dead Redemption 2. Next up, we have Annesburg. Now, if you're a returning member of my channel, you'll know about my beef with Annesburg, specifically the trains killing all of my horses. However, I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as possible. Annesburg is the mining capital of the map, and most of its residents there are actually miners. It has an extremely unique layout, which makes it pretty fun to traverse the housing areas and also contains interesting encounters with the locals. The main road is littered with trains and tracks, making it feel very alive. However, the amenities are lacking. It only contains a gunsmith, post office, and stagecoach, meaning there just isn't a lot to do in Annesburg. There also is an abandoned general store, which is quite frustrating, as that alone would make Annesburg a much more functional location, and that's the reason why it only comes in at number 9. Coming in 8th place, we have the first epilogue exclusive area, Armadillo. Armadillo is the quintessential cowboy Wild West town, with its iconic layout that really makes the Red Dead style what it is. With that being said, however, it's a far cry away from how it was in the first game, being almost abandoned due to a cholera outbreak. Everyone in the town is sick and coughing everywhere, making it super uncomfortable to stay for extended periods of time. I feel like I'm about to catch something through my own screen. That's how bad it is. Amenities in the town include a saloon, a general store, and a stagecoach, meaning there also just isn't that much to do, unfortunately. But the aesthetics alone are able to put this midway up the list, as Armadillo just doesn't have the most to offer in terms of practicality. Next up on our list, we have Van Horn, the town with no laws. Once a bustling and popular trading post, in the events of Red Dead Redemption 2, the town is just dilapidated and almost abandoned, and now it's full of outlaws who take justice into their own hands since there's no police. Van Horn is extremely unique for that reason, and it's one of 2 places where you can actually get into duels, which is really fun. Amenities include a fence, a hotel, saloon, post office, stable, and a stagecoach, meaning you actually can spend a decent while at Van Horn pretty easily. There's a lot of fun interactions to be had, making it a good settlement to visit, even though aesthetically it's just not the most pleasing. Just missing out on the top 5, we have Tumbleweed, the sister town to Armadillo, located in New Austin. Tumbleweed is a dying town, which by the events of the first Red Dead game is completely abandoned. So it's cool to see it before it goes downhill, even though it's already on that projection. Tumbleweed may not have the iconic Wild West layout like Armadillo does, but it has a far more easily traversable and compact design, making it easier to explore. Amenities include a general store, gunsmith, saloon, butcher, stable, and stagecoach, making it an enhanced version of Armadillo. Coming in at number 5, we have Blackwater. Now I know that a lot of people might actually think that it's rated too low, but most players only spend a small amount of time in Blackwater due to it only being accessible in the epilogue. This makes it so most players already have connections to other towns in the game, and by the time Blackwater comes around, you don't tend to care as much about it as you should in comparison to other iconic locations. Blackwater is jam-packed with content, however, as it is the second largest settlement in Red Dead Redemption 2 and includes a bank, barber, butcher, general store, hotel, photography studio, police offices, post office, saloon, stable, tailor, theater, and even more. You can spend countless hours exploring Blackwater, making it extremely replayable and exciting. Blackwater also has a lot of lore implications, being the town that quote-unquote hosted the Blackwater massacre from the Vanderlyn gang in 1899. All these factors come together to create a truly immersive experience in Red Dead Redemption 2. Next up, we have Rhodes. Rhodes is an extremely interesting town, and the more you learn about the Greys and the Braithwaite families, the more you find yourself in sort of a Romeo and Juliet situation. The town is also semi-controlled by the Lemoyne Raiders, a dangerous gang in the nearby area. Aesthetically, Rhodes is just beautiful. I mean, the reddish landscape in contrast with the white buildings stand out and really show a different type of classiness that most places just don't have. The lore behind this town keeps you coming back for more. The families like we talked about, as well as the whole deputy situation going on in chapter 3. Rhodes isn't just all lore and aesthetics, however. It does include a lot of amenities like a butcher, church, fence, general store, gunsmith, post office, saloon, sheriff's office, stagecoach, and even more. There's plenty of secrets like hidden businesses and interesting interactions to keep you in Rhodes for as long as possible. Rhodes is beloved by the community for a multitude of reasons. Explore it for yourself and you will not regret it. Coming in at number 3, we have Saint Denis. Now I know a lot of people might put Saint Denis up higher, but I do have some gripes about it. But first, let's start with the positive. Saint Denis is easily the biggest settlement, almost to the point where it's slightly overwhelming with how much there is to do. I mean, you have a barber, banker, butcher, doctor, fence, general store, photography studio, police office, post office, saloon, stable, stagecoach, tailor, tavern, theater, and trapper. There are countless secrets and interesting interactions to be had, and hours spent roaming the streets and being immersed. The only gripe that I have with Saint Denis is that it just does not fit the Red Dead Redemption cowboy aesthetic. I understand that this is quite literally the point of it, to show how the cowboy style of life is fading and society is building, but it just doesn't feel like you're playing the same game when you're in Saint Denis compared to the other places on this list, and that's why it only comes in at number 3. Coming in at number 2, we have the best looking town in Red Dead Redemption 2, Strawberry. Strawberry is a cozy small town located in the Big Valley, littered with wood cabins and tall barren trees. It features a waterfall streaming through the town, perfect for fishing or just enjoying the sights. I love Strawberry so much, and I'm making it seem like the perfect town, but it's only at number 2 for a reason. Unfortunately, Strawberry lacks in actual things to do. It really only features a butcher store, general store, hotel, post office, sheriff's office, and stables. There's no gunsmith, there's no saloon, which really just takes away from the town. But the fact that it's still number 2 on the list without these staple locations really just goes to show how great Strawberry is and what it could have been if it did have these amenities. Finally, we reach the best settlement in Red Dead Redemption 2, and it's none other than Valentine. Probably the most loved town in Red Dead Redemption 2, and for good reason. It's the first town that you visit in the game, and it's extremely clear that it's the town Rockstar wants to be your favorite location, as it has everything you can need in a central location, including a bank, butcher, doctor, general store, gunsmith, auction yard, hotel, post office, sheriff's office, stagecoach, train station, and not one, but 2 saloons. The layout is a classic Wild West town layout, with the main road surrounded by businesses, making it easy to traverse. Valentine has so many secrets to uncover and countless NPC interactions, making it feel lively, yet also realistic. It also has light policing, meaning you can cause some havoc fairly easily and without much consequence. You can't just put Valentine anywhere else. It's extremely deserving of the number 1 spot on our list. Well guys, that's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. It really does help. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye!